Back here on the PAC Sports Network as we are at the half between Westminster and Grove City, and we're now joined by the head coach of the Westminster women's basketball team, Coach Roseanne Scott. And Coach, first off, thanks so much for joining us today. I know that we're probably about the halfway point of the season so far. So through that first maybe 13, 14 games, what's been the biggest takeaway for you and your team?
I think what's been a good takeaway from us is just seeing the improvement from the beginning of the year till now. We've seen some major improvement, chemistry out on the floor, defensively, seen some things improve. So just taking the steps towards that process of improving, not necessarily maybe getting the win after that, but actually, seeing the competitive side and then bounce back when we need to. But just that improvement throughout the process that we knew that was going to be a process this year for this team.
Well, you were able to put together a nice win recently against Franciscan and a game that you guys were able to overcome a fourth quarter deficit. What did that win show you about this group? And also, what did it kind of teach the group about themselves and what they're able to do in the face of adversity?
And that's kind of been our Achilles. We get down maybe late in the game or in the fourth quarter or third quarter, and then we just start to we put our heads down. We don't bounce back. We didn't have that resiliency there. But I'm seeing that more and more. I saw that in the third quarter of our Allegheny game too. They came out, made a run. We only scored 4 points in the third quarter. Allegheny, we had 5 minutes left, and I said, "Guys, this has been our problem. Right now, let's change it, let's bounce back." And then we ended up winning that third quarter. So that positive, I think, followed it Saturday to Franciscan. We were down 7, and just them not giving up and fighting and having that resiliency has been good as us as coaches to see in this young group.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, a young team and graduated a lot of experienced players that had been around to see a lot of winning as well. But I know one of the key components this year that's been a new addition is Katie Mario and her job as a scorer. What in her game has allowed her to make a pretty smooth transition from high school to college?
We know when we recruited her, we know she could shoot the ball. And that was one thing, we lacked as a team, having that consistent 3-point shooter on our team throughout the years. So, trying to recruit players like that, we knew what she could do on that offensive side of things. So, her having that threat right away to have to, deny her the ball or guard her tight, that also opens up other players. And them able to get some open shots. But, we've been really pleased with how she has progressed in that. And even defensively, we've seen her improve. That's one thing that we kind of talk about her a lot on is her defense and boxing out. But she has made an immediate impact for us out there offensively, which has been good.
And it also seems that Ella Kaysen has made a very quick impact in a multitude of ways for your team, especially scoring and rebounding wise. What is it that she kind of brings to the table that maybe adds a unique element to the team? She works hard. Rebounding wise, she looks to crash hard. Really defensively brings a tall presence in there. What makes her versatile is that she can knock down open shots outside. She can knock down a 3. She has progressed very well too, confidence wise. It's hard as freshmen when you're, out there having that expectation and wanting to prove yourself or wanting to win. And just her coming back with getting better each game and having that confidence, we could see that improvement in her. And then Grace Kano has also kind of been a nice compliment down low with her, and then Maddie Saika as well. And so you have a nice kind of triumvirate of some post presence down low. And for Grace, she's had a major improvement from last year to this year. What has it been specifically that has been the biggest improvement?
It's the same thing. And that's why, to me, our sophomores are basically almost freshmen too, right? Because of just the experience that they have. Kano and KO have been, the only sophomores coming back with a lot of game experience. And Kano just got more confident, and she's down on the block. And that's something we have also missed in the past, having a post presence that could score with their back to the basket. So has done a great job improving. I give her a lot of credit with her schedule as a nursing major and still coming and working hard and having that. And she's great offensively, but she's also great defensively too. She's physical down there. So that helps too with our post being able to, be more physical defensively.
And how have you noticed, with Grace, Maddie, Saika as well, and then
Mhm.
Ella, how have you noticed the three kind of being able to play off of one another, especially with, some of it being a little bit new chemistry getting formed, but still kind of
Mhm.
still having that ability to play off of one another?
Yeah, and it's still a work in process. With Maddie being out the half the year hasn't really helped with her injury, so she's just kind of getting back into it. So that's been unfortunate for her, but she's getting back into it. She's getting her feet under her, getting the feel for the game. So she's lost about 3 months, as a freshman. So a couple months as a freshman. So getting back into it. So just having her being able to attack, her being able to see the floor. She had a great pass against Franciscan to get Kano that N1 for us to go ahead of the game, and having that presence. And then you also have Ella who could shoot outside. You have Katie who they're denying her the ball. You have KO that can knock down open three. You have Brush who knocked a big three for us. So we have people that could score. But it's us working together to get those points. It's not going to be just one person doing it all. And I think that's the chemistry that they have started. We see that process happening and improving.
And it looks like also that the offense is kind of being ran well by Kennedy Arison and putting it all together. Her and Angelina Brush both
Mm-hmm.
kind of playing off of one another. How have you
Mm-hmm.
noticed Kennedy kind of come into more of a form of a floor general and really taking over that point guard position?
Yeah, and it helps, as a point guard, it helps when you have two people that can handle the ball out there. And that's what makes KO and Brush really work well together, because they help each other out. Just not one person bringing the ball up the floor every time they're pressing us, because teams are pressing us. We're young. They're going to press us. And I give them a lot of credit for handling the pressure that they do and the ball that much. KO and Brush, they compliment each other well. They're making smart decisions. They know when to shoot it. They know when to pass it. They know when not to force it. And, that's has gotten better, which has also, on the other side of things, improved. Our assist has gone up as a team. And so, they're, like I said, you could see the chemistry, but Brush is a smart player defensively. KO's great defensively. So that helps too, out with them out there on the floor.
And I'm sure that all of these young players have really tried to lean on some of the very few experienced players in Emily Hess and
Mhm.
Bree Davis, senior
Mhm.
and grad student respectively. How much have
Mhm.
you, as a head coach, leaned on them to kind of say, "Hey, listen, you guys have been around for a while. You guys know how we do things. I'm really expecting a lot
Mhm.
from you two to teach these younger players how we do things at Westminster."
Yeah, and that's it's crazy how we only have two seniors, and but it's like we have six freshmen and seven upperclassmen, so that balance. So yeah, it's the culture that you want to continue. Like, yes, it doesn't it we don't like losing, but we are going to still be Westminster. We're going to still do what we do. And you always say leave it better than you found it. And that's our goal with Emily and Bree, that they want to leave however they want to leave their mark on their program as seniors, and leave it in good hands, and continue to improve, and not, like I said, when you see a lot about people through adversity, when things get tough, a lot of people want to bow out. And I'm grateful for the team that we have and who's here and still fighting and still getting better. That shows a lot about their characters.
Well, certainly a lot of excitement around the Westminster program and just overall in New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. Coach, before we let you run, I want to hear from you. I know you guys have had a lot of recent success in the season and trying to build
Mhm.
on that. How can your team build on that and really make a big push towards the latter part of the PAC play and towards the tournament?
I think what we just need to fix the things that, like, we need to fix rebounding. We were giving up too many offensive rebounds. We need to take care of the ball. We need to make sure we show up defensively every game. And throughout the season, it gets tough. Like this conference is tough. It's a battle every game you go into. But I need them to go out there and just continue to play together on both ends of the floor. And you never know what could happen. So I'm excited about the experience that everybody's getting this year, and I'm excited about seeing what we could do moving forward.
Well, certainly excited to see how the rest of the season plays out for you and the Titans. Again, Coach, thanks so much for stopping by, and good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
That's Westminster women's head basketball coach Roseanne Scott. Don't go anywhere, as we'll have more action in the second half coming up next on the PAC Sports Network.